Hey guys, I'm a Forester here. I thought I'd make a quick video just to let you know that I'm still alive. I haven't made a video in I think 3 weeks, and normally I make one every Saturday morning. But when I get up these days, the last couple of Saturdays, I've thought about the videos that I wanted to make, and I do have 2 or 3 videos that I'm eager to make. But then I think about all the work that I've got to do. And if you remember a while back when we came back from Costa Rica, we had a tree that fell down in the yard. Well, I'm sitting on the tree. Let me show you. Okay, so I'm sitting here on the tree, same tree that was here in the yard when we got back from Costa Rica. I had some estimates made of removing the tree and doing some other work that I'll walk around and show you. And it was just too expensive. Every time I invite somebody to come in and give me a price, an estimate, they just convince me that I need to do the work myself. Now, I've done one tree job, and I'll walk you over there and let you see what I did in that tree. And that one saved me probably about $500. I got 2 estimates to take this tree out of the yard, and one estimate was $2,400. I looked a little harder and found another estimate that was $1,200. So anyway, I decided to just go ahead and do it myself. Now, let me change the camera around and I'll give you a shot of what I've been working on. Well, evidently I don't know how to turn the camera around, so I'm not going to edit this video, so I'll just show you. So this tree uprooted, and this is the root ball that I've been working on, and I can barely see it myself, the sun's so bright, and the soil's very soft, so it's mainly just cutting away the roots. And I'm trying to work on this side over here a little bit more, right in this area, because of this. And if you can see those pipes down there, that's the drain line, and they were caught up when the tree uprooted. It tore up some of the drain lines, so I'm going to try to fix that first. But let me come back over here and I'll show you what I'm working on. So I've cut up the biggest portion of this, and the tree is so large that I'm having to split the stumps. I know the quality of this isn't very good because I'm having trouble figuring out how to aim the camera. The tree probably, oh, I don't know, I didn't count the rings, but it's a pretty old tree. And I did have the air conditioner unit replaced. You can see that, that's brand new. The one that got crushed was only about 3 years old. And one thing that I'm going to have to figure out, if you can see these limbs, let's see, I'm not sure I'm pointing at them or not, but there's a couple of limbs that go in the ground right here and here. There's 2 of them. That's going right into my septic tank, so I'm going to have to figure out whether it cracked or broke the lid of the septic tank. So I'll walk you around. Now, if you remember a while back, I took a tree down and I made a video, and it got a lot of flack, or I got a lot of flack, for talking about doing the work myself and saving the money. Every time I have a tree die, I price how much it's going to cost to get it done by a professional, and it's always ridiculously priced. You know, I wish they would just give a reasonable price and I'd let someone do it. But what happens is they give me way too much of a high price, and I end up just doing it myself. And I told the people here, I said, please just give me a reasonable price. I tried to negotiate with them, and you know, I said, I'll let you do it. But when they'd get through giving me an estimate, then I would say, well, you're just trying to convince me to stay in the business. So I'm doing all of the work myself. Now, the tree on the ground is not an emergency situation, But what I'm going to show you was an emergency situation. I wish I knew how to flip this camera around because it would be easier to show it. But this is right on a road. Okay, there's the road right there. And this tree in back of me right up here had 6 limbs that was broken out of it. And so what I ended up doing, I got a price for how to take those limbs out. Hey, how are y'all doing? Making a YouTube video. No, you can be in it if you want to.
We wanted to be on YouTube.
Well, you are going to be.
Oh, you've got quite a stand of Elliott's blueberry, man.
Yeah, and I'm going to plant another row of blueberry right down here.
Well, I don't even know. I've never seen that one even for sale. It's purely native.
We have 2 varieties, and we get about a gallon of blueberries from each bush.
Well, you know, I'm sorry, you're right. That's not it. We have the Elliott's is one of the half dozen native to the state. And I
No,
thought,
these aren't native. One is
No,
Climax, and I can't
I got
remember.
all excited. I thought I was saying.
Yeah. No, one is Tiff Blue and the other is Climax. They're both varieties.
And the birds stay out of it?
Yeah, we've never had any problem.
That's wonderful.
You can check it out on I'm a Forester YouTube video.
Thank you.
I am a F4 STER.
Thank you.
We'll see you.
Do that.
But anyway, getting back to this tree, I put on my climbers and I climbed up as high as you can see, somewhere about in there. And I took all 6 limbs out, and that ended up saving me $500. The estimates that I was getting for doing that work was $500. Now there's another tree, and I don't know if you'll be able to see it, but it's, I think this one right here, or it may be further up. I think it's that one right there is dead. And I got an estimate of $850 to take that one down. And to be honest, that is a ridiculous price. When I asked them how they were going to take it down, because I figured for $850 they would bring in a bucket truck and take it down that way, and they said no, they were just going to fell it down the highway. Well, I can do that. So anyway, I'm going to do it all myself. So the emergency was the one with the limbs hanging in that tree I just showed you, because they were broken free and just hanging there over the traffic. Or people walking by like you just saw, the limbs could have fallen. But it wasn't worth $100 a limb to pay someone to take it out. So I put my climbing gear back on, went up and cut the limbs out myself. And I had a neat experience when I was up in the tree, and some kids walked by, and I asked them to stay on the other side of the road, and they said, "Mister, please be careful." And I said, believe me, I am. But then I was down on the ground and cutting the limbs up, and a lady drove by in a car, a black car. She stopped and she backed up to me, and she rolled down her window and she said, "Mister, I don't know if anybody has told you, but you're doing one hell of a job." And I just laughed. I said, "Well, thanks. I appreciate the compliment." I guess she meant it as a compliment. But I said, I can work for another week on a compliment like that. So anyway, I am doing well. I've made a little bit of progress on this log. The main thing was I got that tree down, those limbs out of that tree fast. And I'll be working on this for a while. I'm not in any rush. And I just work on it on Saturdays. That's why I haven't been making YouTube videos for the last couple of weeks. And but I do have one in particular that I want to make fairly soon. It's a video on a new pen that I purchased a couple of weeks ago. At least I'm having plenty of time to use it and learn how I really feel about it. So I'll make that video here coming up shortly. But just wanted to let you know I haven't fallen off the planet, and I'm still alive and kicking. Y'all take care.